Hey guys, so today I'm doing a Shopmissa Haul, as the title says. If you're new here, I'm Deb, and I love ordering from this website. Most of the things, not all the things, but most of the things on the website are $1, and for the most part, the quality is very good. Like, it's $1, so you don't expect it to be good, but everything is not perfect. So I'm going to show you what I bought and give you my opinion about the things that I've tried so far. And let's just get into it then. All right, first of all, if you watch my channel, then you know that I love the AOA Studio Buttercream Gel Liners. AOA Studio is one of Shopmissa's like house brands. They have AOA Studio and they have A2O Lab. Those are their two brands that they make and market themselves. So I've been using these for a long time now, and I've actually, when they reach a certain age, I throw them out and buy new ones. They're $1. Um, so I repurchased Blueberry, which is probably my favorite out of all the ones that they make. And they make, I want to say 12 shades of these. Some are matte, some have shimmer, but this is Blueberry. It's a deep teal, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Like I said, it's probably my favorite. So I was so glad that I was able to repurchase that because this website that I'm talking about is very popular. And so things go in and out of stock all the time. And some things take a long, long time to come back into stock. Some things never come back into stock. And then one day you go on there and the item is just removed from the website. So if there's something that you're sort of on the fence about, don't hesitate because it may not be available forever. Okay, so the other shade of this that I got is the one shade that I have never been able to try because it's always out of stock. It's called Ganache, and it is a black with silver sparkle in it. I have that on my waterline right now. And even though some of the shades have glitter in them, I've never had any issues with them irritating my eyes. But I know some people don't, want to use glitter, especially something that's, right on the waterline like that. But I haven't had any problems. So finally got to use this, and yes, it is very pretty. And now that I have all the shades, I'm wondering if you guys might like to see a swatch, like a swatch and review video, where I can actually show you every single shade swatched now. I was never able to do that before because I never had all 12 shades all at the same time before. But anyway, the formula on these is very nice. It can be used as either a gel liner or a cream eyeshadow. I would say that it would probably work better as a eyeshadow base than it would just an eyeshadow by itself, but I love these. Okay, they have a new product out. It's a lip sleeping mask. It's called Jelly Jam. Comes in a bunch of different flavors. I got the shade Cherry, and I used this for the first time yesterday when my order came in. I immediately put it on, but I put it on over a bunch of other lip products, so that wasn't very much of a first impression because I was putting on over like a lip liner or a lipstick, a lip gloss. So it said in the information for this that you could either use it as a lip sleeping mask or you could use it as just like a daily moisturizing product. So that's what I did today. I put this on first, and this is the most moisturizing lip product I've ever tried. So perfect for winter. They released this at exactly the right time. I think this Could be a bit much though to use under other lip products because it is so moisturizing that it might interfere with the application of your products. But if your lips are dry, definitely does what it's supposed to do and moisturizes your lips. I love that color too. So pretty, but the color doesn't really translate. It's just, you know, in the pot. It doesn't translate to your lips. But so far, really loving that. Okay, next is the AOA Studio Pro Wear Foundation. This is a full coverage foundation. It comes in a squeezy tube. Part of the proceeds from this go to, they have a website that they donate part of their proceeds to. It's to benefit animals. You can read more about that on their website. But only certain products on the website are a part of this. It's Paw Paw. Anything you see that says Paw Paw, part of the proceeds go towards that. Anyway, this is one of their foundations. They actually have more than one. And this is obviously way too light for me. This is the shade Porcelain. But when you look at the colors online, it's very, very hard to tell what it's going to look like in real life. And I don't even mind that this is too light for me, because what I could do is just use this as a mixer. And if a foundation is too dark for me, I can just put a few drops of this in and, you know, mix it up to lighten it up. But if you watch my videos and you read the description box, then you may have noticed this is the foundation that I use every day. This is their other formula that they have. This is the A+ Buildable Satin Foundation, and I wear the shade Buff. So this is my perfect shade right now, and you can see that the Porcelain is lighter. So it's possible that as I lose any color that I got over the summer, that I could end up Porcelain at some point this winter. So if I do, I'll be ready. But yeah, I just figured I would mention, since I had it on the table here, that this is not new. This is just what I use every day. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to show you is the AOA Studio Wonder lip liners. Wonder lip liners. They had them as a set of 12 for $10. And I thought, you know what? I really like their house brands, so I'm just going to go out on a limb and I'm just going to buy the whole set. So I want to keep this one separate. So I bought the whole set. I'm going to do a separate video on this because I want to be able to tell you all about these in detail. I want to do swatches. I want to dedicate the amount of time to these that they deserve. So I'm just going to mention right now that I have on the shade called Likes. I lined and filled in my lips, and then I have a gloss on top. So this is the shade I have on, but there are 12 of them in the set. So I have a lot to say about these, and you'll have to just check out that video in the future when I do it, which should be soon. Okay, now I've also never tried their AOA Studios liquid concealer, and this is in the shade Porcelain, and this is part of the Paw Paw thing. They've got the little cute kitty cartoon on the back there. I have this on right now. I think this is an excellent concealer, but I think this shade is just a little bit too light for me right now. But I think that when we get into winter, I think it will be fine. But yeah, right now, yeah, it just, there's too much of a contrast, I think, between my concealer and my foundation. I like to do my concealer one shade lighter than my foundation, but I feel like this is more than one shade lighter. But it's a very thick consistency, so a little goes a long way. And yeah, super concentrated, and I blended it with a brush, and then I set everything with powder, and I do like it, but yeah, it's too light right now. Okay, and then I picked up one of the AOA Studio Perfect blushes. This is one of their powder blushes that they have. I think they have multiple items in each line. But this is in the shade Mod. This is what I'm wearing right now, and I really like this color. This is the closest thing I have to this is ColourPop Floating Lights is similar to this, but it's not even exactly the same. This has a little more purple in it. The Floating Lights is a little more pink, but they are very similar shades. I would describe this as mauve. But yeah, I do like this. I bought one of these Perfect blushes before, but I bought it in a color that I don't really like that much. So it doesn't get used very often. So I thought, okay, let's buy something. Let's try this formula again, but in a shade that will get more use. So that is the shade Mod. Mod, M-O-D. Okay, I have never tried they have tons and tons of products on this website, you guys, because I've been ordering from them for years now, and I haven't even made a dent in trying the things that are available. By the way, the Paw things are, I think, $1.55, and then the regular things are $1. So just in case I forget to mention what the price of something is. So I've never tried the AOA Studio Dewy Cream highlighters, and I bought 3 of them. The packaging is like the AOA Studio Hush Cream blushes. So these are the Dewy Cream highlighters. So I bought 3. The first one is called Wink. And this is what I am wearing right now. Let's see if I can tilt my head and get it to show up. No, it does show up, but it's the lighting that I have going on right now. I've been really experimenting with my lighting a lot lately, and I like the results, but sometimes it doesn't make certain things like highlighters show up that well. But anyway, this is like got some strong pink tones to it. So that's Wink. Let me do a finger swatch. Pinky purple, I would say. These they've got a lot of slip to them. Very silicone-y. The next one is called Grace. This one I feel like is even more purple than the last one. Let's see side by side. So I would say like a light purple and then a little bit deeper of a purple. And the last one I ordered was Opal. Ow! Oh! Just got my finger caught in the package when I was opening it. Okay, so Opal looks like that. Wow, that's really, really pale. I'd say like a pale pink. By the way, my nail is not yellow like that. I've got makeup on it. Okay, swatches are cleaned up. And the next thing that I want to show you, I've seen this on the website for a while now, and I always thought, oh, that's a gimmick. I'm not going to get that. Well, I thought, you know what? For $1, it's worth trying. What this is it's a pair of scissors with a little comb built in, and it's to trim your brows. I used it before I did my makeup. Wow. It works. It really works, and it's so easy. So yes, big thumbs up, $1. Yep, it's a brow trimmer. Shocking. Okay, next is this is from A20 Lab. This is their other brand that's their like house brand. And these palettes have been around for a very long time, and I think they're being phased out. This is the Wild Flower palette. When you order this, it's $10. When you order it, you get the palette, and then all the little eyeshadows are packaged separately, individually. So this palette does have a mirror. So there are the shades right there. And I mainly ordered this for this shade right here. This is called Prosecco. And let me swatch this. I did not have this shade. Every time I checked the website, it was out of stock. Isn't that pretty? Oh, so glad I finally have this. I used to buy all these eyeshadows individually and then put them in like Z palettes or MAC palettes myself, and then I realized that they had been selling them like as kits. So in order to get the ones that I couldn't get individually, I started ordering these as the sets, because these eyeshadows that you're looking at are actually the ones that I already had, and then the ones that came with this set, I just like put them in a drawer, and they're basically backups. But I really like these A20 Lab eyeshadows. This shade Mossy, I use a lot. I get so much use out of it. It's a very unusual shade of green. I don't have anything else like it in my collection, and it's just nice to have a matte deep green like that. But so these eyeshadows, you know, if they look like they've been used, they have been, because the ones that came with this set, like I said, are just sitting in a drawer now, not being touched. But I couldn't get Prosecco individually before, so I bought this whole kit just to get Prosecco. But that's fine, because I know that, you know, I use this brand of eyeshadows all the time. However, I'm going to take this opportunity to tell you something negative, because I love Shopmissa and I love their products from their brands, but not everything is great. Hold on. I wanted to get back to you about this because I showed this in a previous haul and then you didn't hear anything about it or see it in a video. I bought this before. This is the Over the Rainbow palette. This is the A20 Lab. This is one of their pre-made palettes. I did not like this at all, you guys. This is not the same formula as these types of shadows that they sell. So stay far, far away from the pre-made palettes. They are not worth the money. They are a struggle to work with. And these are the ones that they have in the line that are like newer and more easily available, but they are not good. Well, at least this one is not good. This is the only one I've tried. I won't be buying any more. But the individual eyeshadows that are like in the pan, these types I really love. So just wanted to make sure that I told you about that because I didn't want to do a dedicated video trashing this palette because I don't like to do things like that. I just don't. So I figured I did want to get back to you about that. Okay, and then the last thing I bought is I bought 4 shades of the Amuse Cosmetics Smokey Eyes individual eyeshadows. I already have a bunch of these, and I think these are the last 4 shades that I needed to have all of them. There's quite a few of them. But I like these, and the reason why I keep ordering these is they're all matte, and this one is called Cinnamon. And I find a lot of times that I'll pick up an eyeshadow palette or something and it doesn't have the matte eyeshadows in it that I want it to have, or it doesn't have any matte eyeshadows in it at all. So these are good to sort of pair with other things because, I mean, you could absolutely do a look with them, but I don't like to do all matte eyeshadow looks. I just don't think it's that flattering on me. But, you know, it could just be my taste in things too. I don't know. So these 4 shades were really tough to get, but they finally came back into stock, so I grabbed them. This is Nude. And this one is Creme. And the colors are pretty much self-explanatory. And then this is called Silver Hearts, but it's not silver, it's gray. It's a matte gray. And I have this in my crease. Now, what I paired this with is this Amuse palette that I already had in Modern Blues. And I have on 3 of the 5 shades in this palette. But as you can see, the only matte shade in this palette is the deep blue. And sometimes I don't want to use a deep blue like that. Sometimes I want something a little more subtle. So I used 3 shades from this palette to do this look, and then I've got the gray in the crease. And it's a very subtle light gray, but sometimes that's what I want. So anyways, now I think I have every shade that they make of these Amuse Smokey Eyes singles. So that is it for my Shopmissa haul. Stay tuned in the future for the lip liner review and swatch video because, like I said, it would just make this video ridiculously long if I tried to include that in here. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys, thanks for watching.